Hey Dynamo Nation, what's going on? My name is James, and we're looking at IDP waiver wire pickups for Week 13. As always, I'm going to throw our stats up on the screen here. We can take a look and see which teams are the best to start our IDP against. So the graphs are here. Let's take a look at them. We can see our D-line, our linebacker, and our DBs. Which teams give up the most points to opposing IDP? So I'll leave this up on the screen for a few seconds. Kind of take a quick look and see where we're at. And, we can see there's a lot of bye weeks this week in Week 13. There's a lot of byes, but there's still some really good matchups for us to take advantage of on the IDP side of things. So now that we've had a chance to look at it, let's start. We're going to jump right in. We're going to start on the defensive line. Our first pickup for the defensive line is going to be Trevis Gipson, Chicago Bears. Chicago faces Arizona this week, which presents a nice, unique opportunity. Arizona is the number 3 scoring team for opposing defensive linemen. Gipson has played, the past 2 weeks, he's played more than at any point in the season, and he's also been scoring a lot more. He's been double digits the last 2 weeks. In that time frame, he's averaging 12.5 points per week. So he has the recent production, and he has a great matchup this week. So Gibson's definitely going to be a waiver wire pickup and start for us on the defensive line. Sticking with the D-line, we're going to be looking at Davin Godchaux for the Patriots. Again, another great matchup this week. Patriots are facing Buffalo. Buffalo is the 8th best team to start your defensive lineman against. And when we look at Godchaux, he has played very well the last 2 weeks. Again, double-digit points the last 2 weeks. For him, it's 13.5 points per game. So again, recent production, great matchup. He's sitting on waivers. Each one of these IDP is being rostered in under 5% of leagues on my fantasy league. So when we look at those type of numbers and the fact that they're being rostered so low, all of these players should be available on your waivers. Go to the linebacker position. We're going to look at Tyus Bowser. Bowser for the Ravens, he has scored in double digits 4 out of the last 5 weeks, and he's scoring in double-digit points. He's averaging, 11, 12 points a week, somewhere around there. The numbers will be on the screen. So, but Bowser has been all over the field. He's not only getting tackles, but he's getting tackles for loss. He's getting to the quarterback. He's got 3.5 sacks in that time frame. He's playing like a madman. He's all over the field. And again, this is a player who's being rostered in under 5% of leagues, 5% or less. So Bowser's definitely going to be a nice pickup this week. And Baltimore faces Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is another great matchup. It's another top 10 matchup to start our linebackers against. So, you have to take advantage of these this late into the season, especially if you're hurting at linebacker and you're dealing with waivers or injuries. Bowser's a nice pickup. And we're going to stick with that same NFL matchup between Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and we're going to look at Alex Highsmith. This is another player. Last 3 weeks, he's all in double digits, and he's averaging 15 points per week in that time frame. Baltimore, another great matchup for linebackers. Baltimore, I think, is the 4th best team to start your linebackers against. So when we look at that, Highsmith, again, recent production, great matchup. There's not a lot to not like with this matchup right here for Highsmith versus the Ravens. So definitely someone you should be looking to grab. Again, production matchup. That's what we're looking for right now. So we'll look at the DB side of things. And we're going to go back to a player from last week who played well for us, Marcus Williams. Again, Williams has another great matchup going against Dallas this week. Dallas is giving up the 3rd most points to opposing DBs. Williams is averaging 12 points per week in the last 5 weeks. He's getting closer to the line of scrimmage. He's playing more and getting more tackles, more assists than he has at any point this season in the last 4 or 5 weeks. If he's steadily contributing 12 points per week to our lineups on IDP, we will take that every single week from a DB 3 or 4, depending on how many DBs you start in your league. My league's it's 4. If I could throw Williams out there as a DB 4 and get 12 points, I'll take it every day. So Williams, another great pickup, playing well, great matchup. Our last pickup for the IDP side of things, another DB, AJ Terrell. He has the worst matchup this week based on stats. The number 18 matchup going against the Buccaneers. But what does Tampa do? They throw the ball, and they throw it a lot. And Terrell has been averaging over 10 points a week for the last several weeks. He's been really consistent at the DB spot. So for me, you know they're going to be throwing the ball. Evans, Godwin, Gronk. So we know Tampa's going to throw that ball, and they're going to throw it a lot. I'm putting Terrell out there. Even though the matchup's not great, his recent production and the fact that that offense is going to throw that ball around the field, Terrell's going to be my starting lineup. Again, he's probably a DB3, DB4 this week, but he's sitting on waivers and he's being rostered in under 5% of leagues. I mean, these are free starters for us right now. All 6 of these players. I mean, this is with as many buys as we've got going on this week and as many bad matchups as we've got going on, for players being rostered in under 5% of leagues on my fantasy league, we have some really good options on the IDP side of things this week. So, hope you guys are able to grab some of these players, throw them into your lineups. I feel like our IDP pickups have been pretty solid for the last few weeks. I think that trend's going to continue week 13. Again, if you have enjoyed the content you've been watching, please consider liking and subscribing. Definitely helps the channel out. So let's get those W's this week. Hope everyone has a great week. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to check out our waiver wire pickups for week 13. That video is coming out soon this week. So, all right, everyone have a great week. See ya.